It is 2:19 in the morning on Sunday, July 6th. I didn't do much. I went to the gym, did some grocery shopping, basic things, yada yada yada. The thing that I was really excited about was I made homemade dumpling / pot stickers, because they're kind of the same thing. It's just dumpling is a more generic term, and pot stickers are more pan-fried dumplings than anything else. But I made everything by hand, which was hard. I did make the sausage. I bought the sausage at a farmer's market, which was a great sausage. But the only thing is that my mom was, well, especially my dad, is a little bit nervous about the meat not getting cooked. So I pre-cooked the meat, which low-key probably I don't want to do, because then it's significantly much harder to shape. And I mean, like, a good dumpling that you've had is like the more like a solid, like, little section of meat, cabbage, and all that. And so I just I had that. It was a Chinese 5-spice sausage. Put in some green onions, some red cabbage, ginger, and a little bit of garlic. And it was pretty simple. It was actually pretty good. I probably could have put a little bit more ginger in, but it didn't really matter that much. The hardest part was the dough. Not necessarily making it and sectioning it out, but the rolling out and the putting together. It was I don't have like a small rolling pin, because the big thing about that is that you want to do it even, like you do it like not in sections, but like you rotate it and roll it out in one hand and rotate it. And I don't think I use like a really big like baking rolling pin, because the only thing we had in the house was like a genuine like a weapon. It was a weapon of a rolling pin. But I used that, and it worked. It just didn't create very circular dumpling little wrappings. And the actual putting the filling in was really difficult, again, because it was pre-cooked. The meat wasn't able to like form a shape, so it was difficult, and it was really, really hard. That was the hardest part, was forming the shape, and that just will come with practice. And like, outside of like rolling it out and making and forming it, it was really easy to make. Like, I mean, just pan frying it. I put it on medium-high heat, put some oil in, got a good crisp, put some water in, steamed it a little bit so that it would cook the rest of the dough. Make sure it was actually golden brown underneath, and then took it out, made a little soy sauce with added some ginger and green onions in it, and it was great. Tasted great. Easy with some rice on the side. It was actually a really, really easy meal. But it was just like the fact that it was homemade was kind of sick. Like, it was it was just like, it's something that's cool. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I could have gone like wonton wrappers from the store, and it would have been easy that way. But it's just having like it pays off, I think, a little bit more to have it homemade, especially in something of food. Like, I mean, I'm like at the point in cooking where I'm really interested in what things make what taste. So like, I want to be able to experiment a little bit, but I really don't like wasting food. So I don't want to I want to see like, oh, if I have this is what it tastes like without this ingredient, but if I add this one and it's like, so this is what it tastes like. Like, I had the opportunity last year to have some like real truffle, and that was the first time I was like, oh my God, truffle tastes like this. And I could taste it, and so it's like, I'm now wanting to like have that thing. Like, I have the basic things, like I know what ginger adds to something, I know what garlic adds to something, but I have a lot of spices that I don't know what it adds to. So I don't have like that portfolio in my mind where I'm looking at a meal and I'm like, oh, it can have this because then it will taste like this. And that's something that's really interesting. So that really helped with like the actual dumplingness, is that I realized that it's with the pre-cooked sausage, it became a little too greasy, and it felt really heavy on the filling. Like, I have this weird way of talking about how things taste, where it's all about mouthfeel in a way. Like, if you're having a like you're having something that's really really tart, it goes up in the mouth. But then you don't want it to necessarily end up. You want to have some movement, I guess. So like the crust should balance it out underneath on the lower part of your like taste buds. So when it comes in, you have the top and the bottom. So it's like if something I had something with pineapple, and it was really interesting because the pineapple was hitting directly in the lower part of my mouth, but it was so sweet that I needed that tart at the top to complete it, and it wasn't there. I don't know what I was eating, but I remember that. So like this, the dumplings fell very low, and I think I maybe need to add a little bit more ginger, or it's just because that I pre-cooked it and a lot of grease was there and like fat, so the fat brought it down. And so maybe if I don't pre-cook it, then that fat doesn't drag it down in your mouthfeel and keeps it very neutral. But I mean you can also do like chicken, eggs. I would maybe try and putting celery in there, or bok choy. Bok choy probably would be really good. So we'll just it's a lot of experimenting, and I get nervous experimenting because like again, I don't like wasting food. So like if I make something and it tastes horrible, I feel really bad that I just wasted all that stuff. But I mean, really, you just gotta figure it out and do some experimenting. Because I like to cook. I like making things at home. It feels good, especially with food, that it's really rewarding. So I want to get a little bit more fancy, and sometimes it just comes with a little bit of practice.